Nissan Leaf owner claims his used 2013 Leaf can't drive the distance advertised by Nissan in 2013. There's a lot to unpack with this one, so let's get into it. Hey guys, welcome to another episode. I'm that car guy Tim, and today we have ourselves quite the little argument over in Powell River, BC between Nissan Canada and Clayton Brander. Also some big news that you'll want to hear, so stay tuned to the end. Alright, so here's the situation. Clayton Brander of Powell River bought a 2013 Nissan Leaf in 2017. In 3 years, he's put on about 40,000 kilometers, which for Powell River is decent, seeing as the city of just under 14,000 people is only accessible by ferry, and it's a 5-hour adventure just to go the mere 185 kilometers to Vancouver International Airport. Now, according to the Canadian Broadcasting Corporation, or better known up here as the CBC, Brander claims his Leaf can't go much further than 80 kilometers, or just shy of 50 miles. Nissan Canada advertised back in 2013 that the Leaf could travel between 120 and 130 kilometers on full charge, or roughly 80 miles. Electric vehicles are still relatively new in the grand scheme of things, especially lithium-ion batteries, which came on the scene in the 1990s, making everything from modern phones to DSLR cameras and, electric cars possible as we know them. Now, nothing is forever, and lithium-ion batteries, they're no exception. EV batteries are expected to decline non-linearly. An initial drop, which then continues to decline, but at a far more moderate pace. Towards the end of its life, a battery will see a final significant drop. Nissan Canada, back in 2013, gave the Leaf an 8-year, 160,000 kilometer warranty, which Brander's vehicle is reaching the end of, age-wise. The CBC never said how many total kilometers the Leaf has on top of his 40,000, but assuming the original owner drove the same as Brander, we can reasonably say the vehicle has about 93,000 kilometers on the clock. But hang on, there's a catch. Taking a closer look at the warranty, Nissan says they'll take care of range loss for 5 years or 100,000 kilometers, whichever comes first, obviously, which is now void in Brander's case. In that part of the warranty, Nissan says they'll make repairs to a battery that falls below 75% of the total capacity, or 9 out of the 12 bars, and promise they'll return it to at least 9 out of the 12 bars. 75% capacity roughly equals 90 kilometers, just 10 kilometers off what Brander claims his car's current range is. Now, looking at the average capacity loss across other Leaf vehicles and other similar electric vehicles of the same age, his Leaf is pretty well on par. Now, his whole problem right now is just obtaining the battery from Nissan and getting a quote, something his local Leaf qualified dealer across the Georgia Strait is having issues with too. He said straight up in the CBC article that he knew he'd have to replace the battery someday, and well, it looks like his someday has come. So his larger issue really is the supply chain, which we all know has been impacted due to the coronavirus pandemic. Brander also mentioned, though, that when he went to his local Nissan dealer, he had concerns over what would happen to the vehicle when his local dealer offered to sell him a 2020 version of the Leaf. Well, Mr. Brander, let's explore that. When battery degradation hits 70%, most people are either going to choose to replace the battery or replace the car. In either case, with 70% of the battery still working, recycling it makes much more sense than just chucking it in a pit somewhere, especially given the cost of the materials involved. Remember, these batteries have to haul around over a metric ton of people, their stuff, and the vehicle itself to speeds of 100 kilometers an hour. That's a lot of work. In 2019, though, Nissan began powering streetlights in Japan and Johan Cruyff Arena in Amsterdam, Netherlands, with batteries from cars that are no longer in use. Due to the significantly reduced amount of work the batteries have to do, it's just a logical next step for these batteries. They still have plenty of light load work capacity left. The rest of the vehicle would end up like your traditional petrol-powered vehicle, either sold for scrap that would then eventually get turned into different products that we use every day, or to a junkyard for others to scrounge around for parts they need for their vehicles or just for random souvenirs. Not guilty. Now, Nissan isn't alone in lending a hand to power non-automotive things. In Wales, BMW provided 500 batteries from their electric i3 car to help out the UK national grid. As the pioneering first electric cars reach the critical age where their battery warranties run out, it'll be interesting to see where automakers give their batteries a second run at life in other settings other than an automotive use. I mentioned earlier how battery technology has advanced extremely far in such a short time. Right now, Tesla and GM are competing to see who can develop the first million-mile battery. I looked at that in a previous episode. I'll link it down below. Automakers are also looking into solid-state batteries, which have the potential for ranges exceeding 1,000 kilometers, and a bunch of other perks too. I've heard from a bunch of you watching that you're really loving this EV content, so make sure you hit that subscribe button and ring that little bell. There's a lot of exciting news coming on the EV front from loads of different manufacturers, domestic and import. Now, regarding the other tidbit of news, as some of you know, I've been off work since March due to the pandemic, so I've been able to produce a lot of videos for you. Now, I'm excited to share that I'm beginning my career in early November as a professional driver. Yeah. Now, I'm not too sure what my shifts will end up looking like, so I can't tell you what the video schedule will look like going forward, but I will make every effort to keep them coming on a regular basis, either weekly or bi-weekly. Now, if you want more personal, behind-the-scenes content on the daily, make sure you follow me on Instagram and TikTok at thatcarguytim, especially TikTok. But thanks so much for tuning in this week. I'd really appreciate it if you smash that subscribe button and rang the bell. Be sure to come back next week because we're going on a roadie. Where? Tune in next week to find out. Till then, take care, stay safe, have fun, get her done.